Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. As well, on top left side as the green Holy Roman Empire, we have ZertoN. On the bottom right side as the pink English, with LoueMT. English versus Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire has a lot of heavy armor items, but mostly it's hack armor, not pierce armor. So Long Woman should do reasonably well. Both sides can deploy out early man-at-arms. So that could be very, very good for either player. Or not good if they're equal. I suppose that's not good for either player, just equal. Of course, later on, the Holy Roman Empire can get man-at-arms to counter his opponent's man-at-arms with the heavy mace research, as well as two-handed weapons, gaining some great damage to man-at-arms. As a counterpart, the English man-at-arms can get more armor. The Ironclad research gaining both melee and pierce armor. The Holy Roman Empire can also get out research to improve the melee attack of his, or melee armor of his horsemen and his, or no, the Aachen Chapel. I think you can't get those upgrades. There is a unique upgrade for the other landmark, giving him +2 armor of his horsemen and his spearmen. We got the council hall being deployed on the field. Aachen Chapel's almost complete. Scout us about all that stuff. Looks like Pink doesn't find any sheep. Green has some sheep right there. It doesn't look like Green has found a lot of sheep whatsoever, because I don't see much sheep here. Oops, I'm trying to click on any sort of sheep. It actually may not be sheep. I think his lawyer struck out on sheep production or sheep collection. Yeah, I don't see more sheep over here, so I think Pink struck out on sheep. We now have some that one bowman being put on field as well. At least just the one. He's lacking food right now. He's almost out of sheep. And Green's going for early horseman because guess what? He's fighting against English. Go for your horseman. Let's go with that. A single longbowman. That was his only. He has another longbowman somewhere. There it is.
Yes.
And got another town center being put on the field. That's got a great volley there with the villagers. Villagers do, of course, have a decent range attack being English. Finds another volley there as well. Letting the villagers fight. Takes him out with the longbowman. And now the longbowman's going to be taking out all the deer as well. More of these horsemen charging forward. Finds a good volley there. Didn't have feelings on the field. Taking time to fire arrows of his villagers there. Get some good damage onto it. Now start rebuilding it. And now we do have the scout taking out the rest of these deer. I think no longer has an army on the field. And this is the entire army for Green. And it looks like Pink is going to take time to lure boar. Let's take out the boar there as well. Best collect the boar first. It does have a better collection rate. Green does not have a second town center at the moment, and is going straight for the Ragnid's Cathedral. Pink's horseman will spot this, and right now Green is also going for wheelbarrow. Right now, the Aachen Chapel's not actually garrisoned. I think he's been ungarrisoned, trying to go for some relics now. Green does spot this relic there. He may be trying to camp it. And now this horseman does find a volley there, but does get the counterattack. Both of those horsemen go down to all those villagers. This prelate will find a exotic doggo. And now he's trying to claim up as many relics as he can. The scout is here. He's trying to go for this far relic. This relic is being claimed. You now have some nice supply on the field. Relic now going to be bitten a little bit by the wolf. Got a couple longbow there. He's not going for the King's Palace, giving him an extra town center. He will have a significantly larger villager production than his opponent currently. And now he's pulling out a lot of knights. Once he spawns it, he can pull out some spearmen to help counter, and eventually some crossbowmen. The council hall, of course, being useful in pulling out crossbowmen. And that wolf does go down. More relics being claimed. This will get him up to 3 in there, and I hear another relic being claimed by green again. Just remain this relic here. The knights could try camping it. I've got the King's Palace now deployed on the field. King's Palace does not have any additional garrison space there, and he will go and stab and kill off one of those villagers. They can't stand and fight against these knights. Their bow is 5 damage. You now have these knights now advancing forward, trying to find a good engagement. The boar is still being claimed. And seeing some shots there. Doesn't get a... Now it's trying to get out of there, but does get interrupted a little bit. He doesn't have any spearmen for defense. Has a couple crossbowmen. And now these villagers can be overran. These knights have 4 pierce armor. They can withstand a lot of counts under fire. Currently does 6 damage, which will be reduced down to 2 damage each per bow. Got a large wave and nice now pushing way forward. You got these forces here for defense. And this knight does see a bit of fire there. Now he's going to be greedy and trying to go for this last relic. You have some crossbowmen here as well as some knights, but it's still going to be severely outnumbered. He's also not been able to maintain a great village production at the moment. He's at 60 versus 41, which is good, but the prelate's improved collection speed is very, very powerful. Things for all knights started going down. He needs spearmen. Now these royal knights are quite wounded, and now he gets advanced once again. Takes out those knights as well. Still no spear on the field. I think this is the biggest problem right now English has. He's not pulling out any spearmen. And these knights can fall back. He has a lot of prelates for healing. King's Palace does not have any additional defensive damage. It still has regular town center damage. Bear is now being interrupted as well. And these knights will go and hit these villagers once again. He can't be losing these villagers like this. And got these villagers also running around as well. There's too many knights for them to deal with. Crossbowmen do find a volley there, but they're having trouble locking down anything. There's a nice little choke point there. Counter once again getting hit. Does get inside this one as well. These forces are now falling back. Got more knights charging forward. He's falling back these knights just to get some healing, because he has a prelates for it. Fortified outpost there. Could be upgraded via cannon or for spring gold. And the rest of this food has been claimed. Needs to start collecting up some of these berries.
Ritter im Sattel. Marschiert, edelste Ritter.
How's Swabia not being pulled on out? And this wolf could actually kill off one of these wooden knights. Not sure. Okay, looks like the wolf has 3 damage. So it won't really do a whole lot, just 1 damage each. I think Stormy's not coming over here to respawn. The second side has been captured up by green now. This force us to see a bit of fire there. Now this knight's trying to advance on forward to engage these forces. There's some palisade walls over here, and the village on the far side is trying to claim as much berry as possible. He's been having trouble having food income at the moment. He's unable to build any sort of defense, and now got pure age for the Holy Roman Empire. Mills is being pulled out here, so some housing. There's some walls here. You can, of course, quickly torch them down. None of them are quite wounded, so perhaps they can be picked on off. And he does get stuck there. That's what those villagers there is going to take time to pick them off. Let's pick off one of them there. Very good. Let's take out another one as well. And looks like these guys may actually go down. He had an opportunity to torch down the wall quickly, but he did not take it. Villagers trying to go for a line of palisade walls there, trying to ghost them in order to get over here, but those lose a large number of these villagers now. And our villagers all gonna be focused on down. They're now the second side victory for green. And Pink only has a small advantage with villagers. I say it's small because he has a Ragnid's Cathedral providing a massive reserve of resource income, having all 5 relics in general, as well as the Akin Chapel providing an absurd buff here. It's nice trying to pursue him. So looks like he's already go for his elite mana arms upgrade. One of them has been decaptured by a knight. Very nice. The rest of these bears are being cleaned on up. The Eastway does not have a lot of wood either. He's just not having any sort of income now, is he?
Deine Befehle werden ausgeführt. Ich gehorche.
Harlot's now falling on back. Does get a good damn shot there. Let's take out the prelate. He's now advancing forward with some villagers. I think he's trying to eye for these berries. He's a bit desperate to claim resources on the field. Nope, he's trying to claim this wood, apparently. He is approaching enough stone for a keep. He may be eyeing for a forward to keep. He does have enough for a keep now. Want some extra mills searching for better drop-off points. Over here, we have the knight trying to torch down some of the palisade walls. And there's an outpost, not a keep. Oh, I heard a cannon shot there. We do got a cannon inside this outpost. Yeah, the English player needs a lot more wood. His village account, even though it has 3 town centers, is simply not very high now, is it? He's producing from all of them, but he just lost so many. We got some 4 batteriums now.
For honor, Mr. Arthur Gretus. Certus.
And so charging forward, there is a spring gold emplacement in this, or no emplacement in that tower there, even though it has a relic inside. There is a spring gold emplacement in this one. Now I've got another pair of battery rams here, trying to pull out forward to keep. Pink is now trying to make a power play. Green's now trying to go forward to keep there. It has a good amount of man-at-arms right there, but Green is not probably defending against this. With his 2 extra battery rams there, that'd be a lot of damage on this region, and he's going to be denying the valuable resources from the Agion Chapel. Ooh, these villagers get spotted and gets plugged. Some villagers push away forward as well, got the battery rams as well. The keep does act as a forward production structure for the English. And now I've got these elite man-at-arms here. They do have the heavy mace there to get bonus damage versus the knights. But it does have a good number of crossbow here. That is the castle network as well. Does not have network citadels right now. He's advancing forward, clubbing down some of these forces. There are some defensive crossbowmen here. Green's advancing forward. It's a messy switch for both players. Aiding some of this infrastructure. Green has some sporadic defensive forces here. Crossbowmen primarily, with improved with the castle networks. It's very good. Doesn't have the citadel network of citadels at the moment. Baron's starting to go on down. Pink's going to be withdrawing his region, guys from this region. At least the knights, the crossbowmen should stay in this region. We got these men-at-arms still doing significant damage there. Green now has more villagers than his opponent. I got melee damage and pierce damage now being researched by Pink. Gets good hits there on these various villagers. Very, very nice. Man-at-arms are going around. They have right now 8 melee armor, or pierce armor. Still a little bit everywhere. Keeps still in this region. He does have a counter with trebuchet. He starts hitting this outpost probably, but I think the outpost is actually hitting that trebuchet, and it was. He should not have withdrawn those crossbow in this region. He needs these crossbow in this region. They just get them inside the keep. That would really help out the keep with extra damage, at least. Going for another trebuchet in the front line. He's getting farther away from this keep. It does have 10.8 range tiles. Far more now engaging. So we've got these man-at-arms here. Crossbow getting some damage on in. The villagers pitching some chip damage. Okay, some of them are being finished off now. And you got these forces pushing forward. He's going to just push on forward with melee force. That's why I think keeping the crossbowmen back in this region would have been good. Plus it takes forever to get them back and forth. And now these knights, that group needs to get rid of that crossbow and start facing forward. The keep does go down. So got this outpost here from the network of castles. Actually, it does have the network of citadels research. They're shorting forward, but the problem is man-at-arms do bonus damage versus these knights. And they're not elite knights either. The English player is still in Castle Age. Yeah, this game's pretty much over, isn't it? And also Pink does back out of the game now. That's Anne Grant saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.